Oh, this is a mighty big show tonight. Mighty big show tonight. I'd like to welcome everybody to HBCU Coach's Corner. My name is Rocky, along with my co-host, Mr. Stephen Campbell, and our featured host tonight, one night as an offensive coordinator in Jackson, Mississippi. He once put up 61 points against a team that was our featured guest tonight. I don't know how you put up 61 points. They couldn't have had a defense coach, but you are the author. You're the author and the architect of that offense. None other than my man, Johnnie Cole. Hold on, I got the music. None other than my man, Johnnie Cole. What up, Coach Cole?
You left out one thing. The week before that, I put up 68 on Johnson C. Smith. But, look at it, say what you say. Hey, look, the fish get bigger and bigger.
Hey, Coach. Hey, they ran out. Hey, that ain't a basketball game, Coach. Y'all was playing basketball or football.
Hey, man, when you got them studs and, you got great coaches around you and able to recruit real good, man, those are numbers you put up, man. When you put the time in, the more time you put in and have that trigger man ready to go, the more time you can put up them points, Coach. You always try to put your quarterback in the best situation, and if he come up and he see a bad situation, which he should, and recognize it, you want to get your players in the best possible position to make plays.
Absolutely, and you had a man that could really get it done, and you were graciously able to bring him on the show a few weeks ago, Darnell Kennedy. And he was an outstanding interview. People loved that interview. And I think it was a great idea on your part to reach out to our upcoming guests. And with no further ado, I'll step aside and let you and Mr. Campbell do y'all thing.
Man, it was a pleasure playing in the league that year. We had a bunch of great quarterbacks. Jackson State had one that was outstanding, and Campbell will get into all the fanfare around him. But, of course, he played with the present head coach now at Tennessee State. His offensive coordinator was a great friend of mine. We had a chance to see him at Southern, his son, in Durrell Ashbury. And, the kid that he had was exceptional. His name, and he needs no introductory. I want to introduce their quarterback, Robert Kent. Superman is in the building,
baby. Hey, man, anytime we get one of these Mississippi guys on, he act like y'all related.
How's it going, fellas? How's it going?
Yeah. Good. We're doing well.
Hey, you know what? Everybody can Mississippi related somehow, right? Some way. So that's family right there.
He rolling.
You better tell them. That's the way we do it. We all family, man. And like I say, when you part of that Jackson State family, we all blue family, man. So like I say, absolutely. So I'm super excited, that you're here. But like I said, I just had to give it to him. Rock, I'm gonna give it to you one more time. Superman is in the building, boy. Number one. Come on, man. Let's get it. Listen, we're gonna talk about it.
Hey, while he's still rolling, man.
He's loading on your side, Coach. He in over here, Coach. You a little behind, maybe, Coach, because we see him loud and clear. He is live and in living color over here.
Well, I just want to read off a little bit. I wanted Coach to make sure that he have what he say. Robert Kent, Superman, played for 22 football teams after he left Jackson State. All right. In his career at Jackson State, in 45 games, he completed 825 passes out of 1,539 tries for 11,797 with 104 touchdowns. All right. He averaged 262 yards per game. His 1179 made him finish number 4 at that time in NCAA Division I football. Kent was a finalist for the Conley Trophy Award. He also participated in the blue-gray game. The guy was unbelievable, man. It was tough watching film, Kent. And the week before that, I told our defense, man, stay at home. Stay at home. This one, this was gonna be a barn burner.
Yes, it was.
And your offensive coordinator, Daryl Asbury, we battled all the time. He talked all that stuff. Y'all better be throwing the ball when y'all get off the bus. I tell you what, he really, really motivated us. But we knew that we had a battle on our hand. And I think 25 years ago, Kent, me and you talked off the screen, it was almost identical. It was like history repeated itself. Yes, we had Robert Kennedy, we had Darnell Kennedy, Alabama State, Superman at Jackson State, best 2 quarterbacks, best 2 offense in the league going at it, man. And that game lasted 4 hours.
Yeah.
So I want to say, man, start off how you doing, where you are, and please answer, how do you play for 22 professional teams? Goodness.
Man, when I say that God is good, man, he is great. I can't even say good. And and look, in my mind, I still can play. So man, in Dallas, man, married, wife, beautiful wife, 3 kids. Wife Anita, my oldest daughter, Navish is junior in high school. I got a 6th grader and I got a 5-year-old. So I went bam, bam, then I hit the bottom for a little bit to start over. But hey, I love them to death. But right now, teaching middle school, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, coaching a little football. We average about 35, 40 points a game.
Oh,
right now, we're 6-0, and we playing for the championship on Tuesday.
Wow.
So they're still trying to add some hardware, to the collection.
Also, a big moment for you being inducted into the Jackson State Hall of Fame.
Yeah, man. When I say that, when I got that call, it was just, it was unbelievable. With all the greats to come through Jackson State, not in just football, but in all sports, and to be able to sit up there and to say that you're one of the best guys to come through. Now, it feels special because there's been a lot of great talent come through Jackson State and to continue to come through.
Well, I know you were special. I knew your background, man. You're an outstanding tennis player. Did you actually play for the school?
That's my jam. I tell people all the time, I play tennis, and the first time, you don't play no tennis. You probably play basketball or something. I was like, dude, I like to play basketball, but I'm a tennis player.
Yeah.
I won a SWAC conference championship with Jackson State. I remember getting our butts kicked first round in Ole Miss, but just the opportunity to get out there and to say that was a part of my resume to play 2 sports that don't coincide together.
Right.
But I enjoy it, man. My mom did me well by putting me into tennis.
Well, I'm gonna come back on the football side, man. I'm gonna introduce with my guys. You talk to them a little bit behind the backstage, man. Go ahead, Mr. Campbell.
No, Rocky, you go ahead, because I'm going to let you get all yours out the way, because I don't want to get cut off. So, Rocky, you go ahead.
No, I ain't got much. I don't have much. What I wanted to know is, and you kind of briefly explained to me, T.C. Taylor, also the current coach at Jackson State, also came to Jackson State to play quarterback. And can you just briefly tell the story of how you ended up being the trigger man and he becoming a legendary wide receiver?
Man, we just after practice one day, we going into the Tennessee State game. Literally 5 minutes before the game kickoff, I'm over in the locker room. I'm getting ready to go watch TC go do his thing. I was back up, so I was prepared, but I wasn't really preparing to go out there and start the game on national TV, on BET. Our offensive coordinator at the time, John Shannon, a great guy, taught me a whole lot when I first got there to Jackson State, man. He stayed on my butt more than my mama did at times.
Come on.
About where the ball need to go and about being a great quarterback. And he came to me, sat down in the locker. I just thought he was going to tell me what I need to do with my headset and write the plays down. He said, Robert, you're going to start today. I turned around and looked over my shoulder, and I thought he was playing around with me. So I looked again. He said, "Yeah, you about to go start, so let's go win this game." I mean, my heart dropped to my shoe because, yeah, I was, young buck, redshirt freshman year, national TV on BET, playing against Tennessee State. Yeah, I was ready to just go enjoy the game, watch the game, but now I get the opportunity to go out there and be a playmaker in the game.
What year was that?
That was in 2000.
In 2000, okay.
Yes,
at Tennessee State. All right, I got you.
Yes,
I know what year you started your freshman year, right? That was your freshman year?
No, yeah, that was my redshirt freshman year. I got there in '99 with that team with Mark Washington at quarterback, Deshaun Wright running back,
right?
Sylvester Morris, Rashad Anderson, those two first rounders that came out.
Y'all brought that to the Southern Heritage and played Tennessee State.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think I put 41 on y'all that night.
Go. I was just a young buck, been happy to be around such talent.
No, I'm just bullcap. Because I got a surprise for you tonight. That's why I'm bullying with you. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Rocky. Go ahead.
No. And I just wanted to see how that kind of played itself out. And it seemed like it worked out for both of you guys. Him transitioning to wide receiver, you going to quarterback, and it kind of worked out for you guys. I briefly talked to you before we got on, and you seem like you're such a humble guy. But I just want to know, do you realize how big a deal you are in HBCU football?
Man, I you know what? No, honestly, man, I don't even think about it like that. I catch it when the Southern play Jackson State, and they throw my video up there with my shades on and seeing me doing my thing, kind of rocking out. Like I said, I was a young buck, man. I was enjoying myself. Had family at the game. We beat Southern for the first time in a long time. That was just, I was just kind of letting my hair down. I didn't even have too much to let down.
Go ahead, Mr. Campbell. I'll let you get into it.
Well, you know what? Since you said that, I'm gonna start with that. Okay, man, listen. You're in the Superdome, big game on BET. Everybody's watching this game. So I'm in Atlanta, right? So a lot of my friends, I had brought them back to Jack State game, and we actually came to see you play. But we're watching this game, so we're all in my apartment, right? And bro, we see you pull out these Ray-Ban shades, and then you did the pop with the shades. But you did the pop. Do you know how legendary that is? And people still play them. Okay, first of all, how the hell did you have them shades on the sideline? The coach didn't know and didn't get mad. And second, who was the boy that you popped it with? And did y'all see? Was this a thing that y'all subbed and y'all knew y'all were going to do?
Man, not at all, man. That was just kind of a spur of the moment. I think one of the players on the sideline had the shade, and I was like, man, let me get the shades, man. I'm feeling good. Southern had just beat us the previous year, and for the championship, and we hadn't beaten them in the last couple of years, and to do it in the Superdome, oh man, that was one for the ages. That was one that I know we had cemented ourselves as going to be a good team.
See, that was one of the things, and I think that's when you listen. You played for a legendary program. You played for legendary coaches. You understood the tradition. You knew the position, and big name players that have played that position. But you were just different. So when you came, now you correct me if I'm wrong, because I heard a story that there were other people trying to get you to come, and Jack State almost didn't get you. Is that a true story that I heard? Or you were
about
always
some other
Jack
school?
State? Yeah, go Jack State.
Yes, sir. My mom was she went to Mississippi Valley State. My dad went over there, so Valley State was right up the street from the house. And I was like, I don't want to be that close to home. I've been fighting mosquitoes for a long time. I wanted to get out of there to try, see something different, try a little something different. And just a story, man. Coach Hughes, Judge Hughes, he came to my house, sat at the table. I can remember the day, man. He sat at my mom's front table in the house, pulled out that scholarship, that opportunity for me to sign that paper to play quarterback at Jackson State. He had told me, hey, we're gonna have the number one for you because we think you're gonna be the one, to put us over that hump. And I was elated, man. I said, I'm a country boy, didn't get any opportunities through football really because, like I said, we were a basketball school. We were known for basketball. That our senior year, we ended up going 8-3 Made it to the playoffs. Ended up playing a powerhouse called South Panola that whooped us 66-6 in the playoff game, but hadn't had a winning season like past 10, 12 years in my hometown. And then to get a full ride scholarship, man, to a D1 school, it was a blessing. You know, it was thanking my parents that had paid for me to go to college. And when I was able to go out there and do something, they enjoyed me coming to see me play.
Now, listen, you're being kind of modest because, like, and people know I'm from Mississippi, and Robert and I were talking about this. For the people from Mississippi will know, Indianola Gentry was known as a basketball powerhouse. And I'm talking about when I was in school, even before that, and he even said they were still. So we're talking about a 40-year run of just basketball problems. But you were an all-state football player, were you not? Like I say, so what your senior year, were you guys a passing offense already? And that's what Coach saw. Coach, you saw, hey man, this guy's really tossing around because, like you said, you played some big time teams, you know, in high school.
Man, we had a guy named Reggie Bush who was kind of our offensive coordinator there at the school, and he knew what I was able to do, but he didn't have the authority to put me in. You know, the head coach wanted his guy. That's who he went with. My senior year, a guy named Ricky Taylor, who was also the offensive coordinator with Steve McNair at Alcorn State University, came to Gentry High School and became our head coach. That's when my career turned around. We became a throwing offense. I had some guys who could run and who can catch the ball, and I was letting it fly. They used to call me John Wayne, the gunslinger back in my hometown. Because I was just, wherever you at, I'm going to get it to you. That was the name of the game.
See, that's swag football there. See, that's swag football, Coach. Everybody got a name, boy. Everybody got a name.
Now, Robert, this is the thing. You're talking about, like I said, we got legendary names in swag. But when and who gave you the nickname Superman? Do you remember that?
I don't even remember that, man, honestly. But it was somebody at Jackson State.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So when you put up that 595 yards against coach's team, and all of a sudden they thought, well, maybe that's what it was, 6 touchdowns. Is that what it was?
Yeah. I don't know what. Honestly, man, I can't even tell you when it was. I just remember they approached me about the background you got right there, about doing opening up your shirt and, you know, showing your number, taking on the Superman moniker. And I was, hey man, I'm with it. You know, I enjoy what I do. And to have those guys around me, what we fail to realize, man, I had so many receivers around me. Guys were fighting to get on the field. When I say fighting to get, and I'm vouching for TC. Once he left the quarterback position, I'm like, Coach, he played quarterback. He gonna automatically know what I'm thinking when he see the defense. So it's an easy pitch and catch. If I push come to shove, he gonna get the ball.
What was the name of the other one? It was another one on the other side.
Like you had TC, you had Lawrence Story,
Story,
big tall guy. I played with Daniel Guy. We had Robert Jacobs. We had Thick Pen. Tim Manning, my inside slot. Number 5, we had Chris Jones, who was a go-getter. Then we had Nathan McLaurin playing running back, Tanaka Council playing. I mean, it was so many guys, man, that just were so talented. It wasn't hard for me to be successful. My thing was just get the ball out of my hand.
But what made you so dangerous, Coach? You could extend plays, you could throw off any foot, and most of all, when you put your foot in the ground and start going forward, you were huge. You weren't sliding. You was running over folk.
Slide one. Hey, look, I couldn't go back home to my hometown in the Mississippi Delta sliding and stuff. You got to be kidding me. Man, they'd have laughed me back up the road.
Because, Coach, here's the crazy thing about it, and Robert, you can talk about this. Like you said, his redshirt year, this is how deep that receiver room was. You guys had a first-round receiver that got drafted the year before, and another guy, I believe, got drafted in the 6th, 7th round Fields. So you had Sylvester Morris, who went to Kansas, and I remember that because I went and saw those guys play because I had an agency, and I'm like, man, they got these guys, these number 1 picks down there. But you're talking about 5 or 6 other guys that were NFL caliber guys. So what was it like to just, as you say, in practice and just guys fighting for the football?
It didn't make my job hard. It made the offensive coordinator job hard. My job was easy because I knew at any point one of my guys can get open. you're not gonna have 4 or 5 DBs that can cover all 5 of my guys because they were that talented, because they can start on anybody else's team. So I'm picking on the weakest link. Then once you decide to change, I'm gonna pick on the next weakest link. So it was easy for me because I knew what I had around me, guys.
Yeah. Rocky.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Speaking of offensive coordinators, very good friend of mine and Coach Ashbury. At that time, Coach Ashbury came in, right?
Yes, sir.
And he also played quarterback. He also was a peripheral. We got Rocky. You got it?
Yeah. Hey, I want to ask you this. This guy just jumped on our stream right here. Do you recognize this guy?
Hey, DA, that's what they call him.
What's up, boy?
What's up,
Hey,
baby?
man, congratulations, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. It's been a long time. Hey, look, you ain't changed you. Whatever you drinking, let me get some.
Man, it's called youth juice.
Hey, man, you need to sell it, baby. What you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm blessed. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, this is Coach Durrell Ashbury, a prolific passer from Jackson State, prolific offensive coordinator at Jackson State, went to Shaw College, done the same thing, won championships, came to Texas Southern in a bad situation, had 5-5, the best record, or the second best record since I left. But he's down there at Southern, what's they call that, Southern Lab. He's won a couple state titles and also went to a couple state. He's coaching the SWAC, man, my man, Durrell Ashbury. Thank you, Coach, for coming on, man. I got your guy.
Yeah, man. Hey, that's my guy, man. I appreciate it, Coach.
Get closer to your phone.
I appreciate you for having him on, Coach. Can you hear me now?
Can we get it? Hold on, Durrell. Can we get it louder?
Can you hear me now?
He got his phone over. He had his hand over the mic, I think.
Yeah,
no, that was over the bottle.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah, Coach. Matter of fact, we just got out of practice, man.
Okay.
Well, I apologize for being late, but man, that's my quarterback, and we had some good times, Coach. I was listening to him, and he was talking about them guys. People don't understand the game has changed so much when it comes to quarterbacks now. This young man had 5 receivers in the nation with 50 catches. You don't do that anymore, Coach. You had Tim Manning with 50, Chris Jones with 50, Cletus Gordon with 50, TC with 50, and Robert Jacobs with 50. So those were the kind of numbers we were putting up then, Coach.
And Coach, what was the name of you guys' offense back then?
It was the Magnolia Spread, baby. Hey, I couldn't copy Archie Cooley, Coach, but we had to find something, Coach. I heard you guys talking about the homecoming we played against y'all, man. It came down to one play, and it was a back and forth game. It had got to the point, and Ken will tell you, we got out the playbook and we start calling plays off the hip. And we were just trying to find an open area. We knew you guys were going to double TC going down the seam. And I told Story, I said, listen, you run the outside. He going to man you. And Ken hit it right in the bread basket, but it didn't go as planned. But, man, it was an amazing game, man. You talking about over almost 1,800 yards of offense with 2 teams combined.
Yeah. Now, Coach, were you there his quarterback your freshman year, Ken?
I think Ken had Coach Shannon, I think.
Coach Shannon, my freshman year, yes. Sir.
Okay,
Yeah,
but here's the thing, Ken and Ashbury, y'all both can answer one by one. Today, people can't make up their mind on their quarterback. So they play 2 quarterbacks. Robert, do you think that you could have been as successful as you was if they played you and then played TC and then
Coach, I look at it like this.
And what made their decision to go with you?
Well, I can't even say what made their decision. In our time, it was we're going to go with the person that give us the best opportunity to win the game in the scheme of what we're doing. You know, this back and forth stuff now, it almost seems a little more political than you making the right choice for the team, because you're trying to feed two beasts. You may have a 5-star quarterback that can throw the ball well, another 5-star that can run but throw a little bit, instead of, you know, surrounding that player with the type of offense that needs to make that player great. It's more of a catering to the player just so somebody won't get in the transfer portal and then they gone. You didn't let go another 5-star or 4-star. Now the alumni looking at you like, well, why you didn't, you know, cater to this guy? It's a competition thing to me. You know, if you go out there and win the game, win the competition, it's your ball until next week, because I'm coming to try to get that job.
Yeah. What you think, Coach Ashbury? You played quarterback as well. You was a superstar. I ain't gonna let that. I watch you. You used to run that run and shoot. That's when the run and shoot was at. You half roll and throw that dig back with your eyes closed.
Yeah, Coach. I don't understand it now when you're playing two quarterbacks. I have two good quarterbacks right now. My starter went down week 1. He's back healthy now, Coach. For the first time in 9 years, we lost 4 games. Coach, I've never lost 4 games at Southern Lab. You know, the most we've lost is 1 or 2 games. But when you look at the two quarterbacks, I got my starter back healthy. Hell, he's going back in, Coach. I roll with 1 quarterback. You know, it's just, I guess it depends on what type of offense they're trying to run. Me personally, ever since I coached Kent, I try to find a guy that can do both, run and throw the football. And that's the key to success right there. You try to find a kid that can run and throw it. You lock him in, teach him the offense, continue to teach the backup the offense, because he's just more important than the starter sometimes. But his reps are going to be very limited, and you just perfect that thing.
Yeah. Well, let me ask these two Jacksonians. Y'all real true Jacksonians. You know, y'all played in front of 30, 40 every weekend, man. And I got this for that my man down here to the right. Deion Sanders shows up at Jackson State. He done some great things there, we know. But was Jackson State already Jackson State before the social media became a part?
Coach Jackson, go ahead, Coach.
Well, I think you're talking about 2 different eras, Coach.
Right.
When you talk about it, back when we were there, it was no social media.
Right.
And, you know, Jackson State had a lot of success when you talk about Lester Holmes, Jimmy Smith, Tim Barnett, Walter, Brazil. The list goes on and on. Jeffrey Moore, all those guys.
Jackie Walker.
Yeah, Jackie Walker.
Reggie McKenzie.
McKenzie, you talk about Sean Gregory, all those guys. I think what happened, it happens in cycles, Coach. And we went into a cycle where we wasn't having a lot of success. And Coach came in and brought the life back into Jackson State. And Coach Taylor is doing a phenomenal job. My guy, what I'm proud of, Coach, is to see both of these young men going into the Hall of Fame. I had my hands in both of those guys, along with other people, should feel the same way. That's a blessing, man. That is a tremendous blessing. But you're talking about 2 different cycles to answer your question.
Yeah.
Hey,
your
Coach.
view, Superman, your view of it, Deion coming in, did you have that type of fanfare when you was there? I know y'all was putting up numbers and folks was coming to the games already.
I mean, Coach hit it on the head. If there was, you know, big time social media during that time period, man, that Southern Jackson State game was 66,000. You know, they talk about the Michigans and the Ohio States and the West. Man, listen, 66,000. It was people sitting on top of the wall, you know, at those games, and half of them came to see the band. Even though we was out there putting on the show, they was dressed for the band to go out there and do their thing. So it was what he brought back to Jackson State was that heat, that fire, what we never were able to get during our time period. The talent was there, the winning tradition was there, but because of social media and his name itself and what it carries, because Coach Prime was out here coaching football, you know, in Dallas, Texas, that opened up his schools, doing his own high school thing. And I know he wanted to get an opportunity to coach. And some people didn't give him that opportunity to coach. So I think it worked out for both parties. And when people say he left, oh, why he leave? Why? Man, why would you? What are you in a position for? To grow, correct? You don't put yourself in a position to stay there until you die, unless that's just your MO. But you everything is a stepping stone to put yourself in a better position to get to where you're ultimately trying to go. So Jackson State fulfilled the void for him. He fulfilled the void for Jackson State. And I think we just had, you know, greatness from that combination of us two coming together.
Hey, you know what?
Wait, one thing, because I just want to say something what Coach said about the internet era and this. But Coach, let me tell you something. I was in that era and watching these guys and that man coach. It was telephone, telegraph, tell a brother. Did you see what that brother did last night? Bro, you need to come back to Jackson. So we didn't have no internet, but we still should have long distance phone calls.
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. See, this is what people don't understand. You didn't need no internet to have legends. Superman came because people said, did you see what Superman did? Bruh,
That's right.
Go look at the newspaper. What you mean the newspaper? Bro, I got a newspaper right here. Bro, just put up 595. What you talking about? They play next week. Still, you got to get down here and see they play Grambling.
And
so we didn't need no internet deal, Superman.
Look,
we didn't need no internet.
I still wasn't the best player in Mississippi. You know, let them tell it. I still wasn't the best. I'd put up numbers like that, but wasn't the best player in Mississippi. But you know what? We did what we had to do when we touched that football field, no matter whatever everybody else thought about it.
Hey, first, let me take care of something right quick. Hey, I want to thank everybody for watching on the Off-Script channel. We're about to suspend the stream on the Off-Script channel. Of course, you can switch over to the home of the HBCU Coaches Corner on the Rocky Miller channel. Hit 1 once you switched over, and then I'll go ahead and suspend the stream. But this is what I wanted to say, guys, that you guys said. I think you said it beautifully, Superman. Deion's experience at Jackson State helped out both parties. Y'all needed one another. I'm willing to say that it just wasn't Deion. Jackson State needed Deion. Deion needed Jackson State, and it was the perfect marriage of two a culture that was already established with a man who had already had a legendary career in football. Those things came together, and you guys, as a fan base and as created magic, to be perfectly honest with you. And I'm glad to see that. I know that Deion is grateful for what he got from Jackson State, and I'm glad to see that guys like you are able to recognize that he did bring something to the table at Jackson State, and he was. It'll always be something special for the culture what you guys allowed Deion to do, man. And I'm just glad I was able to be part of coming over and understanding what HBCU football is all about and what the people is all about. I came in for the football, but I stayed for the people, and it's a beautiful thing, man.
Oh yeah.
Y'all got. You say you coach in your middle school?
Yes, sir. Coaching.
Are you running
football?
Oh, okay. Now you don't have no kid playing for you, do you?
No, my son, he's 6th grade right now. He's 11-year-old. He's 6th grade. He 5'9", 95 pounds. So he throwing that ball right now.
Okay, man.
Oh, so he gonna throw that thing?
Man, honestly, he want to play quarterback. He want to play receiver. But I think his biggest thing, he want to play safety. He want to hit somebody.
Ain't nothing wrong with that either now.
Nothing at all.
But I tell you, you ain't gonna become $100 millionaire playing safety though. You can become $100 millionaire playing quarterback. That's just let him know Uncle Rock. That's what he say. If I got anything to do with it, we're gonna give it a try at quarterback. We got
yes,
Well, kid, wait a minute, hold on. Wait a minute. This is something fascinating. You got a son play football. And I know because of technology, has he seen any of your highlights? Does he know that Data was that guy? Has he seen that? Has he seen the pop in the shirt and the shades? Does he see that? Or does he even have any of that flavor and flair that you have?
But see, he's seen the arena dad. You know, he's seen me getting that arena game. You know, I won a couple championships playing arena ball. So he's had the opportunity to see me on that field. He didn't really get the chance to see me on that big field. I don't play videos. You know, I don't show him videos like that. Because, you know, he still think, oh, Dad, you know, but I got kids that look me up on Google and go to watching highlights. But my own son, it's just daddy, it's all good.
Man, somebody, hold on, wait. Somebody in this chat, find me that link when my man did them shades. Because we got to show the son that. We got to show him that before we get off tonight, man. Come on. So listen, boy, I'm going to say this again, Coach. We didn't need no internet. We We had BT and phones, man. Come on.
Coach, I'm gonna tell you how good my guys were. And we used to get off the bus and let the lineman get off first and form a tunnel. So Ken will go stand at the back. When he get off with him, then the receivers will come off and he would throw the football to him. And then I would be saying, it's going to be a track meet today. You better put your track shoes on. That's how good we were, man. And we knew it.
We knew
we were good.
Can you hear me, Campbell?
Yes, sir. We can, Coach.
Oh, you see him?
Yeah, Coach. Yeah, they in, Coach. Oh, he might be having some lagging on his end.
Hey, Coach, let me ask you a question while Coach Cole gets together. You guys playing some epic big time game. Is there a game? I mean, other than the one that you played, Coach Cole? Because I mean, you played Florida A&M in Circle City. You played in Atlanta. You guys were a road show during that time and constantly on BT. Was there a game that you guys played against, won or lost, that you were like, man, this was just a game I wish everybody could see? Because I saw many of those that just kind of brought everybody, like the crowd, going crazy.
I got 2 games, Coach. I remember we fell behind in A&T, and it was 6 minutes to go in the game, and we were down 42-7, and they ended up beating us 38-42 with no time on the clock. That was, had we won that one, that would have been a ESPN classic. And then we were in front of probably about 60,000 at home against Alcorn. And, it got ugly quick. I remember telling Kent to kneel on the ball, and they took a shot downfield. So, man, those guys, hey, I had to fit in with those are my guys,
Yeah.
Coach Hughes say, I thought I told you to kneel on the ball. I said, well, Coach, I thought I gave the kneel sign, but I threw the wrong signal in. Those are my guys, man.
It was personal, but it wasn't personal, you know?
Yeah, we put it on them, Coach. We put it on them pretty good, man. Because they had been talking noise. That was back when they would come to Jackson and do the little thing before the game and all that. And they were talking noise that whole week. And our guys were ready.
Now, Coach, did you know when they started calling him Superman? Was it your year as the coach, or was it a media guy?
Coach, I want to say it was a media guy. That was my year. It was a media guy. And they gave him the name Superman. And so we were all sitting in the meeting, and they brought me the book.
Well, Kent, can you?
We were somewhere, and they brought me the book. And Kid had.
Man, did you pay the electric bill? I see no electric money.
Huh?
Hey, it's only you, Coach. Everybody else is good.
Oh, I see everybody else.
He's in his car, Coach. That's why he's in his car.
Can they talk?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So Kid had. I saw the picture where Kid had the Superman shirt on with some glasses.
That right there, Coach, right here in the back.
Yeah. I hit the Coach Hughes. I said, "Holy cow, Jed, what's going on?" They say this is damn quarterback. I said, "Oh shit."
Hey, but we sold out them programs. You hear me?
We sold them things
we sold out
man.
them bad boy.
Hey, Coach, y'all swag, and of course, both of y'all. Again, I keep repeating it because I seen Ashbury play. I seen both of y'all play. When you guys were playing during y'all years, and I know during my year, we played in different eras. Every week, it was a fantastic quarterback. Every week, you was going to see either a top tailback or top, it ain't like that now so much. How was it in y'all view of the SWAC, coming to the SWAC, playing in it, and now comparing it to today?
Well, it was back then when I coached Kent. It was two quarterbacks. It was Kent and it was Bruce Eugene at Grambling State University under Melvin Spears.
You know I'm about to cuss you out, right?
Hey, I already know it, but you know Bruce could throw the football, man, and he could spin.
Let me refresh your memory. Darnell Kennedy.
Well, Darnell Kennedy. Yeah, it was those three. It was those three guys. Now, let me say this. In my opinion, it was three coordinators. It was Johnnie Cole, Asbury, and Spears. Now, they all had a tag on us, say we was arrogant, we was cocky, but we could only be like that because of the players we were coaching. They made us who we are. So, you know, right. I tip my. That's why I tip my hat to Kent, TC, to watch these guys grow and see where they are today. You know, I love it, man. When I tell you I love it, I freaking love it because I had a part to do with that. And those guys played for me. And we were the top dogs. Johnny, you know that. Yeah. All three of us. They couldn't tell us nothing. I mean, they were. We were giving the money to people what they paid their money to see, a show. Yeah. But it wasn't our fault. We couldn't stop nobody. That wasn't our fault. That's the defense coordinator fault.
Yeah, we were 30. Y'all was up in the 30. I had to go back and look. I mean, it had to be y'all at about 37, and we ain't nothing but 37-1, and Melbourne them was probably 37.3. It was every week.
It was every week.
We had some great games. Coach, you played on 20 professional teams after you left. It seems like football is in your blood, Superman. Hey, you ever thought about coaching? Have you stepped back to the Jackson State? Because they've had some coaches and asked, hey, man, I want to be on the staff. Or that ain't you. You seem more like a family man.
Man, I'm you know what? At one point I was thinking about that, but you know, I seen the transition of coaching, man. Coaching takes a toll on your family. And it takes a toll in the sense of you're not there a lot. You know, I got three little ones. My junior in high school, she does volleyball and she does track. I like going to see her play. My son, he plays soccer on the weekends. I like going to see him play. So me taking time away from them to steady put myself in position as a coach, to lead other young men or to lead men to championships. That's great, man. But I just felt that, my heart would rather be here with them so I can support them, as much as possible. Because coaches, I know the strain that you go through because, like playing ball, all kind of ball. Coaches have to leave home. They have to be this. They spend so much time up here on film. They have to, they're over other men where you have to be always a head or a figure stone. You're the last one to leave the building. You're the first one to open up the doors. I just felt that I didn't want to put that strain on my kids. I wanted to be there to throw the ball with them or practice with them, to, kick the ball around with them. That just, my heart wanted me to stick around. Yeah. Now, if the NFL call, they going with me.
Coach Asbury, I'm glad we got you here because you got background in this SWAC thing. You've been around a long time. And now, of course, Coach Graves, who we all know have gone. And now, we're looking for a coach. You got coaches at different levels. You got some that's coordinators. You got some that just been on the staff. And then you got what we call championship coaches, meaning coaches that have won championships. Of course, you got Mr. Bishop, we always talk about blue bread programs and that. What you think about the coaching going on now and where it's at and how they're choosing these guys?
Well, I think it's all about what the administration is looking for. What are you looking for in a coach? I think that schools are are looking for a certain brand. What is your brand you're looking for? Are you willing to put in the resources? I use myself when I took the Shaw University head coaching job. When I sat down and met with Willie Gary, he gave me what he wanted. He gave me his instructions. I told him what I needed, and he delivered, and I delivered. So, it's all about, can you tell me what you want? I'll tell you what I need to deliver. And I never forget when they asked that question, how long it's going to take? I said, it won't take my entire contract. If it does, I'll walk away from it. And we won in 2 years. So it's all about what are your expectations? Everybody wants championships, not just Southern University, but everybody. The question becomes, what are you willing to put in to get the championship? And that coach has to be able to deliver.
Coach Asbury, let me ask you this, Coach. I contend that there are some jobs in HBCU football that you just have to have an experienced coach in those positions, right?
Correct.
I think Southern is one of those jobs. Of course, Grambling is one of those jobs. And to be perfectly honest with you, I think Jackson State and FAMU are one of those jobs, right? Why is it that these programs, time and time again, use their blue blood programs as a training ground for first-year coaches?
That's a good question. I wish I had an answer for you. I wish I had an answer for you, man. But I can tell you one thing. Southern University is a tough job. The big schools, the Alabama States, the Grambling, the Southern, the Jacksons, those are big jobs, man. And you have to be able to, we all know what they want. They want to win, especially at our school. Jackson, people want to win there. And that's why I'm happy for Coach Taylor and his staff. I watch those guys week in and week out, and I don't see nothing but professionalism on that sideline. I watch management, and he does an excellent job on that sideline because I still do the radio and television.
Yeah, well, you said something, Coach, about you were asked what did you need to get the program around, and we know going through Black College, Ken as well, we don't have everything we need. You know what I mean? You got to either imagine it, you either got to build it yourself, or you got to go and ask for it, and you got to go get it yourself, hands on. And what happens is when we bring guys from the outside, not saying nothing wrong with it, I don't think they understand that. I think they think everything is in place, and it's really not in place. And when you come in, you got to be able to put it in place or be able to know who to go get it from to get it and put it in place. Kent, did you have everything you need from the time you stepped at Jackson State all the way through?
And you know what, Coach? I'm going to say yes. And you want to know why? Because my expectation was I was so blessed to get an opportunity to play football at a D1 school at Jackson State. Man, to come from Indianola, Mississippi, with not too much. I was a blessed, my mom was a principal. My dad had a little corner mark. So we wasn't hurting, but my mom, she was getting me British, British nice, the LA Gears. There was no spoiling. So everything that I walked into in Jackson, I was spoiled. Even though I was a freshman, to get out and play ball with some of those guys on that field, I was spoiled to see how many NFL scouts had come to watch our practices.
You know what a guy told me last night, kid? They don't make them like you no more. They said,
oh,
they make them like you though.
Hey, listen, man, when I say my mama and dad, my mom was a rock, man. She was like I said, when I say a principal, she had the thugs, pinching them by the ear, walking her down the corner. So it was more of I knew what I was grounded in. I knew how I was brought up. And it will be points after a game. If I said a double negative when talking to the news, my mom would have blew my phone up 3-4 times by the time I got back to the locker room talking about you embarrassing me because she was an English teacher also.
Yeah. This guy's Rocky and Bishop, it also goes to the outside players, the players in the portal, that when they come in to these HBCU schools, they come in with a different attitude what Kid would have. So, it's and I what am I saying? I'm saying HBCUs is different. Just like they say they're different. We had a guy on last night telling how special it is to be playing in the 1A, and it is. But it's also just as special, and that special person to come to an HBCU and accept where they are and give they all and play at exceptional level. And it don't mean who's going to the NFL or not. If you could play, you could play. They'll see you. So I just wanted to make sure I get that out.
Hey, I also want to add that I have the phone lines open. So if you guys want to call in, the number is 760-548-9951. The phone issue that we had last night, we won't be having that tonight. I got it all worked out. So if you would like to call in and say something to Superman or Coach Asbury, please feel free to do so. One of the things I asked Coach Asbury a question. I'll ask Kent a similar question, but related to quarterback. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been watching the SWAC the last 5 years, and quarterback play as a whole is nowhere near where you guys explained it to be when you guys were in the league. As just someone that just watches the game, why can't we have more Shadors, Andrew Bodies, guys like that? Why it has to be such a gap in between having those quality players in the SWAC?
Money. I mean, I'm going to throw it out there. It's money. These guys feel that, hey, I can get this over here, so I'm going to go here. And we've lost, a lot of our kids have lost the luster to compete. It's about that dollar right now. When they can get paid like NFL players in college, what are you really going to? What is your goal? What's your end goal? How much work are you really going to put in when you can get this money in college? We had to grind just to get on the team in college. These cats is getting paid before they even played one snap in college.
Well, let me say this, Coach. There's a guy that made $8 million the last couple of years at the University of Texas, and they ready to run him off. So just because you pay them don't mean they can play.
Hey,
that's right.
and sometimes, your name carry a little more weight than what your britches you carry. So you got to go out there and show up. Hey, I call a spade a spade. That's where I was brought up. If you don't show up, then somebody else gonna be playing.
Yeah. Coach, Kent, you don't threw for 3,000 yards in the season. Here come University of Mississippi. Gonna give you 1.2 to get your last 2 years. Do you stay at Jackson State or you go to the 1.2?
Hey, listen here. I got a man that's online with me right now who knows that I'm staying at Jackson State because I should have left with him when he took off on me and going to North Carolina Central. I got to stay. Hey, listen, my mom would turn over in her grave if I did something like that.
Wow.
Hey, listen. Now, Kid, I want to say this. You're a little bit younger than me, but see, Coach, I'm going to tell you this too. And knowing probably who his mom is, she probably would have rolled in the grave. He would have played for Ole Miss too, 1.2 million or not, when we were coming back. But that wasn't going down.
Now, you know what? If I was Coach Hughes and you were offered 1.2, I'd cut you. Just so you could.
Okay, then I'm gone.
What I'm saying, like when you talk about a young man being given that opportunity from a place like Jackson State, ain't no way you can ask that kid to stay and play ball for you. You got to let that guy go and secure a future for his family.
Look, Asbury was damn near 3,000 yard passer. Asbury, if they came, we were born too early. If they come get you for 1.2.
Well, Coach, you gotta understand who my mama was now, Coach. See, my mom would have had an attitude like you trying to buy me. You see, you gotta understand who my mama was. My mama educated, Coach. And she would have had.
I don't get this, Coach. Coach, let me, because this ties into something of a through line of tradition and excellence. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was John McKenzie your quarterback coach, offensive coordinator when you were coaching? When you were playing Coach Asbury?
Yeah, he was there for a minute.
Okay. Yeah. So you're talking about a legend. Then you go and then you get Superman Kent. Did you, as play for a guy that was a legend, you a legend in Kent, did you guys feel that being part of that Jack State True Blue and what that really meant? Did you guys feel you playing and coaching and you, Superman, when you put on that and had that block helmet, did you really feel that? Because that's Coach and Rocky, I know about the money, but the reason why I'm saying is because that block, and when we were coming up, meant something in the state of Mississippi. It meant something.
Yeah,
I understand everybody can be bought and paid for now, but I'm telling you, when we were growing up and kids a little bit young, and Coach Ansberry just right, I think a year or two younger than me. But when you saw that block, and I'm talking about for black people in Mississippi, okay, Jack State was the thing. It wasn't Ole Miss. It wasn't Mississippi State. It wasn't USF. It was Jack State was the family football program. So I asked you that, Coach. So did that mean something when you had that block and you can't have that block on the side of your helmet? And did you feel that pride?
No question. I mean, even to this day, you know, the thing with us Jacksonians, no matter what era you played in, when we greet each other, we're gonna say, "What's up, Swat? Everything all good." And you know, when Coach Shannon came along, that's when my career took off. And I've been on top ever since, right now to this day. And Coach Cole, he'll tell you, I've been around the world. Me and Coach Cole have met in Tech, and where we were, Coach, out there in California.
Sacramento.
Yeah, we played in California against each other. We were blessed.
Yeah.
So just understanding what's going on in life, understanding that everything has really worked out for us. It's been a blessing. But I couldn't have left Jackson. You know, that was my school. You know, Coach Hughes recruited me just like he did Kent. And I guess that's why, you know, at the end of the day, they made me who I am today.
I'm going to ask you guys, too, both. All right, we're going to go back to 2000. Jackson State is always hard a Jacksonian. You know, W.C. Gordon, Carson, Hughes, and then they went away from it for a couple years. Did you guys feel that when they didn't? Because I think, Ashbury, were you the next in line that was supposed to come in?
Yeah, then they pulled Coach Bell, who messed my man's career up almost. But he was fortunate enough to overcome some things, you know. I really was upset when Coach Bell changed the offense on Kent.
Yeah.
You don't go in and change a prolific passer, a prolific quarterback's offense, and talk about some damn NFL offense.
But wasn't you the senior coach at that? You were supposed to roll in there and get that job, and they went outside.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.